going, guys? Huss from Aussie 4x4 Accessories. Today we've got a beautiful day. We've just fitted these two monster canopies. They're monster for a name. As you can see there, everything's there. We've got the canopy itself. There's the canopy, jack off legs, wheel holder, jerry can. We've got it this time in a nice satin finish instead of the matte. So we've changed the color a little bit to a nice satin finish. Just have a look at it a little bit. Just have a look. It's just a little, you can see it, it's like a little bit shiny. You can see yourself in it. We've upgraded the handles, the whale tail handles. These are the whale tail handles. And we've also got underbody toolboxes. Just come over here, Michael, have a look at this. You've got underbody toolboxes here as well, just like before. Okay, so they pretty much just bolt on. You just bolt them to the thing. You've got the one-piece mud guards, like the arches, just the one-piece mud guards there. They do have a profile about 40 mil away from the actual tray. Now with the mud guards, if you just come over here, I just want to show you, there is a bit of drilling involved when putting the mud guards on because every car is different. So there would be, you can either bolt it or with a rivet gun. They're the two options where you can be able to do. So because all the wheels move in different, every car is different, and for that reason, that's why they're adjustable. So you can adjust them. Okay. The roof racks also come with it. They're the same finish. Now with the roof rack, if you have a look just up here, you do have to drill them. Just in case you don't want them, I made them non-drillless. So if you do want to put them on, you can. If you don't, then you don't need to drill. That's fine. If you end up wanting to remove it off, if you end up wanting to remove it, it's an actual plastic that goes there, and the nuts and bolts, you still leave them there tightened. Okay. So let's have a look. Open up. Just have a look at that. So you got everything already inside there. You got some room over there, compartments over there as well. Just like before, what we've done, slide it out. Bake table over here, nice and well. So that's the kitchen slide out. So this time we've made it just flat. There is no hole there, just flat. So let's say if you're doing something here, cutting up chicken or making something, you've got it up here. You've also got the drawer, still versatile. I'll also open up just a little bit more. You've also got another door here as well. You've also got the table here. This also slides in and out. A little bit more. You would need to grease it over time all here, all the rails. And you've got another compartment there. You can put all your other things in there as well. You've got another compartment right there. Okay, guys, it took us about a day to install it, but obviously, you know, we install a lot, so you know we know what's involved. We've got all the right tools. We do advise getting a professional to install these. There is no fitting instructions that do come with it. Obviously, you know, you've just got your two toolboxes, you've got your wheel arches, and you'll get a box of nuts and bolts, and you would need to kind of work it out as how many bolts. There's only 4 bolts underneath it that holds the toolboxes. Everything else, the fridge slide out, the kitchen is already assembled, so you don't need to assemble nothing with regards to that. But you do get a canopy and a tray already on top of one another, ready to go. And that ships all over. We ship all over Australia. Fridge slide out. 70 litres, 65, 70. So that's perfectly well to drop fridge as well. So you can drop it. If you like to leave it up higher, you can also do that. Okay, so we'll go on this side. We'll have a look. The Trundle Draw is already sitting inside there, so you don't need to worry about putting it in. Fascia plate's already bolted on. You would need to put up your tyre rack. They hold on to about 6 bolts, 2 on the top, 2 in the middle, 2 on the bottom. Your jerry can, you'll need to bolt it up, and your lights, you'll need to install it. Drills already, you might, for every different type of lights, you might need to drill for your own lights. You got your number plate light right over here. As well, grease up your tracks every now and again will be great. And then obviously you'll need to adjust your camera if you've got reverse camera or sensors. So it's got the beautiful whale tail handles. Let's have a look. Compared to the T-lock that we had before. And that's a full length 1800 draw. Full length. Okay. That's a full 1800 length draw. If you come on this side, you'll be able to see all the other compartments we got here. So whatever you want to put, you know, all your safety equipment, your recovery gear, sleeping bags, anything like that, you've got it here as well to put it on. When the fridge slide comes in, you've only got about a room of about 450 of there where the fridge, where the kitchen slide out goes back in. So you've got about a 450 mil gap, but you've got about an 850 height there. So if you want to put something tall, more than welcome, no issues whatsoever. Again, it's the mudguard over here. The chassis brackets, so if we come down here and have a look, these are the chassis brackets. One here and another one just over here. Okay, so they do have holes there. They already come assembled, but obviously every car changes, so you would need to drill them in. You would need to drill your holes to suit your own vehicle. Now there is some drilling required when you're doing this part, so there will be some drilling required for some guys, because obviously we're not sure what every other car there is, but they're all for dual cabs. They can even fit some of the space cabs as well. That's not an issue because of the length of it. They're about 1950, so space cabs are about 2100. If you don't mind a little bit short, this can do. Now the most famous thing about it is obviously the water tank that a lot of people like. So that's over here. Okay. And if you come on this side, guys, we'll just go to the Ford Ranger. So we've just seen the highlights. This is the Ford with the water tank. You got your breather, you got your water right there. You fill it up through there. You got your pump. This part I would advise to get an auto electrician to connect the wiring for you. Just depends on how you want. And then you run your hose through there and basically connect it to this part here. Just this little part here. Connect your hose right to that part. And that will let the water come out of there, pump through the tank and straight into your sink. Okay, so just over here. Guys, they do come with jack-off legs. So, you know, you do have an option there of getting with jack-off legs as well. And, you know, that means that you will be able to jack it off. Now, when you do jack it off, you will need to drill here. There's 2 latches just up here. Just have a look. You've got your latches. So this part, you would need to drill. You get 2 of them in the bag. That's just there to hold the headboard a little bit more closer and have it a little bit more firm. So you would need this part. You'll get 2 in the bag, and a lot of people ask us, what's that for? It's not for the canopy. It's just to hold the headboard a little bit more closer to the canopy. Okay. So that's that part there. You get 2 of them. Again, you got the fridge slide out, and no matter where you are, in any time, you'll be able to pack this stuff up just as easy as pressing a button or a latch, sorry. Just here, press that button here, release button, raises it up, 2 of them, locks it in, the bait table, lock it up, close your drawer, feels. You know, if you guys are just thinking, should I get it? To be honest here, everything there is well cut, well made. It's just like our tradesman tanks, one manufacturer, good quality, been with them for a while, and everything there is no loose or anything like that. Everything feels well designed, well made. So even the kitchen slider, when I'm just pushing it, the rails aren't those cheap rails, they're really strong rails. They're commercial rails as well, so they're not just your normal rails that you have in your household, they're actually commercial grade. In a matter of time, bring the door down. The shocks are new, so they'll go bang straight away. Like your underbody toolboxes. Carry up to about 40-50 kilos under here. We do give you all your piping, so that's your piping for the kitchen that you need to connect. That's the other part that goes onto this, which gets connected to the pump, just like that. And then obviously you got your little hoses that will go into there. Put your clamps just like that, tighten that, connect that to the hose, cut it obviously a little bit shorter to the sides so both marry up to the pump, and then you connect this part straight to the tap of the slider. Easy as that. 1, 2, 3. All the keys are there. The canopy, the underbody toolbox has got its keys inside there. The Trundle Draw will have its keys inside there. So there is keys already there. You also got the jerry can. A lot of customers say, what do we do with this part? How do we lock our stuff in? So all you'll need to do, put your jerry can, you've got your lock key, drill something into here, put a latch, put your latch in there, through the handle of the jerry can, and you got a lock that just locks it up to here. Easy as that. The tire holder is here. So with this one, every tire is different. So there might be a bit of with the Land Cruisers and the normal utes, there will be, you know, they're for their own particular size. We'll send them. We'll have so this one's got the jack off legs as well. They're greasable. Just have a look here. So they are greasable. Do grease them up before use, as you can break it or harm it just before if it's not, because it's just using teeth. And then once you grease it, they're pretty smooth. There's no issue that's over there. Again, you've got a computer compartment here. Door. You can also, just letting you know, with the whale tail handles, you've also got little holes here. So if you're really into safety, you can also just put a lock in there. Will secure it a little bit more better if you're out in the bush. Okay. You can throw your jack off legs back inside there, no issue whatsoever. We got these units, we got them around, we ordered them around last year sometime. We've introduced them into Australia, 2 of them. Now we're starting to make them in mass production. The reason why we're cost effective, not the fact that there's quality issues or anything like that, it's the fact that we do mass production, and our overheads we try to minimize on our profits, so we make them more affordable for everyone to buy. You know, like this, you know, you can go around, it'll take about 3 months, as mentioned before in other videos, take about 3 months to make. We've got it here, ready to go, ship that anywhere. When we do send it out, it will be well protected. There's a lot of foam there, as well, shrinking wrap, and fragile stickers already there. It will come on a big pallet, almost 2 meter by 2 meters. It can only be dropped off at depots, not residential, just because of the size of it. They will need forklift access. We do recommend when you drop it off, if you're a guy that knows their stuff and knows how to work on utes, has changed pumps before, has worked on motors, has worked on their car before, then it's not going to be hard to install. The guys who hasn't, I do recommend you guys getting a professional installer, even your local installer that does panel beating and smash repairs, they'll be able to install a unit like this. Speak them, there's various, they're all around Australia, or a local mechanic or any 4x4 shop will be able to install this. The reason why I say this, there is a bit of work involved. You got your chassis mounts, there is things that you will need to know, and you at the same time you don't want to install a product like this the wrong way, because a product like this, it's a big product, it is a monster for a reason, it is a giant. There's also things that you'll need to realize, so you need someone to just to do that little bit for you in the end to make sure it's done properly. I do recommend that'll be my best here. Obviously we do installation here in Sydney, we do installation in Central Coast as well, and there is installers here in Melbourne that also do this, and there's installers in Queensland also that do this. A lot of the things like that, if you install it properly, it's going to be better. It's also going to be used properly, and over time it'll be there for years. It'll outrun the vehicle. Not at all, not an issue at all. Anything you need, our number's there, 1300 694 494. We're all over Facebook, Aussie 4x4. We're always we're open 6 days a week. You're more than welcome to come to our Sydney warehouse. We haven't got any other shop anywhere around Australia besides Sydney. We've got a big warehouse that's got containers all the time. So if you're more than welcome, want to give us a call, you can. We'll be able to tell you product and specifications, tell you how it is. Everything we have is already on the web. On this too, we've also, it's not on the vehicles yet. So we also have an option of tents now. So you can be able to add a tent, and also you've got an option of adding a full tradesman cage on top, and the tent will sit on top of that as well. Again, it will require drilling. It is their big units, so they will need to be drilled in. The tent is a beautiful tent. We'll have a video on that coming up soon. We're going to set one of these up inside our warehouse, jacked off with the tent, just to show you how it looks like. The finish of it, I couldn't say anything more better for a product that's imported. Again, the design, we have designed it ourselves. We've modified it every time. We're also learning how people want things. We do make for what the majority is asking, so that's the features that we're giving it. As well, something like this, I'm very happy with it. If I put this on my vehicle, I'll go forward drive, I'm more than happy with it. Obviously, don't damage it, look after it. You know what I mean? If you are going 4B, there is issues that you can hit a tree and all that kind of stuff based on the size. It is a 1950 length by 1900 wide, so you would need to understand that. You know what I mean? Your normal mirrors will do. If you do want to upgrade, you can upgrade to towing mirrors. We've got them for all the models, makes and models, 80Cs, Land Cruiser. We've got it for Hiluxes, Ford Rangers. We've got all that. If you do want to option that, because it is a little bit away from the cab, not much, only normal tray size, which is 1850, 1900. But again, that all comes down to you. It matters if you want tow mirrors, because they'll stick out way wider than your tray. Okay? Anything you need, thank you so much. Have a nice day.